Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another sort of US related reaction, but this is not similar to what I've done reacted to before, but the video is the most iconic food in every state, 50 state favourites by Food Insider. This was suggested from my last video, and the support on the last video has been incredible, by the way. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I'm intrigued in this. I mean, firstly, just seeing videos about food is always one of those things that I just find quite fun, because who doesn't love food, right? But from what I've learned about the past few weeks and over maybe the last month or so through about the US is how different the cultures are through and in like different states. So through that, I'm expecting the state favorites of like the favorite foods will be just completely different to the other states, and it's just going to be crazy seeing this. Like it's crazy to me how a country can have so many different favorites for foods, because in England. And then again, the more I've learned is how small England is compared to like US states. It makes me realise like why the cultures are so different. But yeah, in England, like everyone like loves like fish and chips, and I mean, wherever you go in England, there's going to be people there who just love fish and chips. And in comparison to like the US, someone might like something in like one state, and then the state like 2,000 miles away will just like completely different foods, and it's just like. Yeah, it makes you realise the difference in cultures is genuinely eye-opening, but I love learning about this stuff and seeing these differences, and again, watching videos about food, you can't go wrong, right? But for the people who suggested this, thank you so much, because, I don't know, I would have never imagined myself reacting to these types of videos just over a month ago, but now I am, and I'm actually really enjoying it. And maybe this will get me prepared for when I do eventually like travel. Again, it's going to be a long time because the virus is just doing its thing, and it's just, yeah, it's a mess, but eventually, right, hopefully that can happen. But it'll just get me prepared a little bit and sort of able to see the foods and the cultures in the different states in the US, and which ones I enjoy the most, maybe, because again I'm quite picky with food. As much as I love food, I am quite picky, so we're going to see some things here and there, and I'm probably not going to like some, but just here to look at the different types of food. So let's just get into this. Quick shout out to my Instagram and my Twitter, links in the description for those interested in following me. But let's get into this one, man. So you're looking at can't go on avocado.
From Maine lobster rolls to New York pizza, here is each state's favorite food. Alabama's pick is smoked chicken with white sauce. Chicken is smoked for hours and then dunked in a tangy white sauce.
See, I want some of that.
Alaska commercially harvests more than one.
I just had some salmon. I literally had salmon before I recorded this video, so I mean, I'm gonna love this one already.
100 million salmon a year. It can be cooked a number of ways. Grilled, smoked, cured, you name it.
Smoked.
The Sonoran dog is originally from Mexico, but is extremely popular in Arizona. The bacon-wrapped hot dog is topped with beans, onions, tomato, and a drizzle of mustard and jalapeno salt.
I would have it without the mustard and the onions, but other than that slaps.
Arkansas takes its cheese dip very seriously. There's even a World Cheese Dip Championship in Little Rock every year.
That's such a US thing to have, like a cheese dip contest for a certain food. I love that so much.
90% of the avocados produced in the US come from California. And it's not just guacamole and avocado toast that's being made. There are avocado burgers, fries, chocolate, and...
Okay, I love avocado, but are you joking? Are you... People from Cali, are you alright?
Not just guacamole and avocado toast that's being made.
Burgers? What?
Burgers, fries...
Wait,
chocolate, and even beer.
Chocolate?
Rocky Mountain oysters are a Colorado specialty.
I've never had oysters in my life.
They're deep-fried bull testicles. Some say they taste like gamey calamari.
Well, I was not expecting this type of video.
New Haven-style pizza, also known as a pizza, is characterized by its coal-fired thin crust. It originated at the Frank Pepe Pizzeria, which is also known for its white clam pizza. Chicken and slippery dumplings is a Delaware comfort food. These slippery dumplings are rolled out paper thin and cut into large rectangles. The Cuban sandwich is made with ham, roast pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard. It was created by Cuban immigrants in Florida.
Looks banging.
The peach cobbler is one of the most popular desserts in Georgia, especially since the peach is the official state fruit. Poke is native to Hawaii. It consists of diced raw fish such as salmon or tuna tossed in sauce. Idaho grows the most potatoes in the U.S. These potatoes are made into French fries, chips, and other carb delights. While there is a debate on which restaurant has the best, it's irrefutable that Chicago deep dish pizza is a must-have. The gooey
That's a pizza. That looks like a quiche. Is that what it's called, a quiche? That looks way too thick to be a pizza.
Is baked in a pan and full of cheesy goodness.
Oh, okay, that looks nice.
Indiana loves its pork tenderloin sandwiches, especially when they're fried to crispy perfection. These sandwiches are known for being bigger than your face. The Maid-Rite sandwich is a loose meat beef sandwich. It's kind of like a sloppy joe without the sauce. It can get a little bit messy, but it is totally worth it. Kansans love their barbecue ribs. Baby backs.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never had ribs in my life. But I love barbecue, and I can only imagine, like, I don't know why. I'm so uncultured, I really am, but I don't really go out my comfort zone with certain foods, but it does look good, and I probably should try it, I'm not gonna lie. So when I come, maybe I will, because that looks crazy good.
Are coated with special rub and smothered with finger-licking barbecue sauce. The hot brown is an open-faced sandwich consisting of turkey, tomato, Mornay sauce, and bacon. It's put under a broiler until crispy and brown, and was invented in the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky.
That's the first questionable one, I'm not gonna lie.
Gumbo is a Louisiana treasure, and also the state's official cuisine. The dish has its roots in many different cultures, including African, French, and Choctaw. Often served from a big pot, it's filled with chicken and sausage or a seafood medley. Lobster rolls rule in Maine, especially since 90%...
Didn't look the most sort of aesthetically pleasing, but in terms of what's in it, I mean, you're not going to complain when you have that kind of food, right?
of U.S. lobsters are caught off the Maine coast.
Not a fan of
lobster. A lobster roll is piled high with large chunks of lobster with little to no fillers. Marylanders are obsessed with crab, and one of the best ways to eat it is crab cake. Just don't forget to add some Old Bay.
I could never.
No food is more iconic in Massachusetts than clam chowder. This creamy soup is filled with vegetables, cream, stock, and clams. Get it in a bread bowl.
The last few words have taken a turn for the worse, I'm not gonna lie. If you're from these states, I'm sorry. It's me being picky. My mum would probably see this and she'd be like, I want this in my life, and she'd want that. But for me personally, this is not what I'm trying to see. But I mean, no, if you've brought up on this stuff, you're going to love it, right? It depends what you're brought up on at the end of the day, but the last few have been questionable.
To make it extra special.
That's a mad picture, what the fuck?
Must-have. This creamy soup is filled with
vegetables, see it again.
Cream, stock,
I'm getting crazy
clams.
Thoughts from that.
Get it in a bread bowl to make it extra special. Mackinac Island fudge is a must-have in Michigan. There are over 13 fudge shops, collectively making more than 10,000 pounds of fudge daily during the peak travel season, making Mackinac Island America's fudge capital.
I don't mind fudge, it's decent.
Nothing screams Minnesota more than tater tot hot dish. Vegetables, ground beef, and cream of mushroom soup are topped with tater tots and roasted to golden perfection. You can find the best fried catfish in Mississippi.
I've never had catfish.
Not surprising, since the state is the world's leading producer of pond-raised catfish.
But aren't catfish the ones with the weird mouths? I didn't even know you could eat those fish, if that's the ones that I'm thinking of. But I mean, I like fish. It's weird, I hate crabs and lobsters, but I love fish. I've never tried oysters. I don't like prawns. It's weird, but I love fish.
Toasted ravioli is St. Louis's fun take on the pasta dish. Each ravioli is breaded, fried, and served with marinara sauce. Huckleberries are grown in the northwestern United States, especially in the mountainous parts of Montana.
Never heard of this.
And they can be made into anything.
Syrup, huckleberry jam, huckleberry breakfast girls, huckleberry man, berry cherry pretzels, huckleberry sauce, huckleberry.
You get it. Chili with a cinnamon roll is a match made in heaven. This pairing has been served as a school lunch in the Midwest since the 1960s.
What?
Pre-coronavirus, buffet culture was big in Las Vegas. Prices range from $5 for a breakfast buffet to $65 at the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace, which included unlimited prime rib and crab legs.
Okay, maybe
Apple
not.
Cider donuts are a New England favorite. New Hampshire is home to many apple orchards, including the oldest continuously operated one in America, Applecrest Farms. Saltwater taffy dates back to the 1880s in Atlantic City, New Jersey. A mixture of corn syrup, sugar, and butter is stretched until it becomes aerated, then individually wrapped. The New Mexico chili is a staple ingredient in New Mexico cuisine. It starts out as a green pepper and ripens into a red one. It's often roasted or made into a puree. New York pizza is legendary.
Around the world, wherever you go, you can get this. Obviously, it's not the same as New York pizza, but you have New York style pizzas, even like near me, and you can't go wrong with a New York style pizza. No way can you go wrong. Is it me? Like, because isn't New York quite an Italian? Like, there's quite a big Italian presence, or there was. Maybe I'm completely wrong with that. So that's maybe where the sort of pizza came from, because obviously pizza's initially Italian, but came to New York, and maybe with the Italian sort of influence plus the American influence, they sort of came together to make their own pizzas in New York, but might be completely off with that. But again, yeah, New York pizza, nothing hits like it.
Some say it's the New York City tap water that gives the dough its character.
Exactly, so it's not the same, but it's the same sort of concept. They sort of copy it.
Foldable yet crispy crust. There are two barbecue styles in North Carolina, Eastern and Lexington. Eastern lays claim to whole hog barbecuing, while Lexington style mostly uses pork shoulder meat with a ketchup-based sauce. Nefla soup is rich and creamy, filled with potato and small dough balls. This dish comes from the German Russians who settled in North Dakota.
That's an interesting one.
The Buckeye is a peanut butter ball dipped in chocolate.
I need that.
It resembles the nut of the Buckeye tree, often found.
Oh mate, I love peanut butter and I love chocolate. That sounds like it. Oh, that's what I want. I want that. When I come, I want that massively.
In Ohio. Chicken fried steak is the epitome of Southern comfort food. A large piece of beef steak is breaded and pan-fried, and you can't forget the gravy. The Marionberry pie is an Oregon favorite. The Marionberry was actually created at Oregon State University as part of a berry developing partnership with the U.S. Department of Agriculture in the early 1900s.
Just like a blackberry.
The Philly cheesesteak is world famous. A hoagie roll is loaded with an absurd amount of beefsteak. Then provolone or cheese whiz is added on top. Stuffed clams, also known as stuffies, are a local favorite in Rhode Island. Giant quahog clams are stuffed with clam, herbs, and breading.
I need to try clams.
You've got to try a low country boil in South Carolina. It consists of shrimp, sausages, potatoes, corn, and some old...
It's the shrimp for me, man. It's the shrimp. If there was no... Again, that's how it is. But, I mean, I guess I could try this and still probably enjoy it. It's just, I'm not a fan of shrimp, but everything else in this looks like it would be so nice.
Chislic is pieces of cubed red meat, typically lamb, venison, or beef. It's usually grilled or deep fried. German and Russian immigrants are credited with bringing the dish to South Dakota in the 1870s. Memphis-style ribs can be prepared dry or wet. Dry ribs are covered with a dry rub, while wet ribs are brushed with sauce throughout the cooking process. Texas goes big for barbecue. It's especially known for its juicy, fall-off-the-bone ribs and tender briskets that have been smoked all day.
See, I love barbecue, and I do want to try ribs. From like seeing this, ribs are obviously a big thing in the US, and even in the UK, people love ribs. I've just never tried them. I don't know why. But yeah, anything barbecue, you can't go wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I love barbecue flavored things, man.
Jello is so popular in Utah that it's the official state snack. Utah culture is closely tied to Mormon culture, which also loves Jello. Vermont is the leading producer of maple syrup in the US. Tree sap is boiled into sugar and then filtered into syrup before making its way onto your pancakes. Smithfield ham is a hometown favorite for Virginia. It's a specific form of ham cured in Smithfield, Virginia. Coffee culture is big in Washington. Home to coffee giant Starbucks, the state also has many independently owned coffee shops to fuel your caffeine cravings. West Virginians love their pepperoni rolls. They were invented as an easy lunch meal for coal miners in the 1920s.
Yes, please.
Wisconsin is considered the cheese state, and one of the best ways to eat cheese is cheese curds. Whether they're eaten fresh or deep fried, they make an awesome snack.
That sounds bang.
Bison steaks are popular in Wyoming. They're described as having a lighter, slightly sweeter flavor than beef.
I enjoyed this, man. I'm not gonna lie. I love looking at these kinds of videos, and the foods. Oh my god, I need that. all other 49 states has their iconic dish. Nevada just has a buffets. But to be fair, buffets are fun, man. You can't not like a buffet, right? What kind of oysters is that? Sheep, bull testicles, never mind. I was taken aback. I was like, yeah, I've never had oysters before, but I would like to try them. And bull's testicles comes, and I'm just like, maybe I don't want to try that shit. Maybe I don't. That's such a weird thing to think. Like, what? Honestly, some of these are just disgusting. All other states, ribs, potatoes, sandwiches, cello. All 49 states, diabetes on the plate. California, avocado. All 49 states has the iconic dish. Colorado, deep fried bull testicles. POV, you're skipping every 10 seconds to find your state's iconic food. To be fair, I was just interested in seeing all states, not gonna lie. The blue crab that they showed is from Asia, not Maryland. The Asian blue crab have the white spots. Oh, I see. I don't really know about that sort of stuff, to be honest, species and all that jazz. This is why America has one of the highest obesity rates in the world. Yeah, but you gotta enjoy your food, man. Why do people get so, like, vexed by this sort of stuff, man? I'm from avocado and I'm disappointed that y'all chose avocado on toast. Avocado on toast is nice though, I'm not gonna lie. I love me some avocado, but yeah, some of these were insane. Like they all, like, majority of them looked nice. Bull testicle aside, oysters aside, lobster, crab aside. But if you do like those dishes, like if you do like crabs, you do like oysters, etc., then that stuff's for you. But then if you like, I'm surprised none, actually, was there like one or two chicken ones? I mean, chicken's my favourite meat because, again, I don't really go out my comfort zone of meat. I just sort of eat what I like. But yeah, when I come to the US, I'm definitely going to have to try some of these for sure. Because I do love me some, like, I do like tasting new foods. I am quite fussy of certain things, but when it comes to trying new things, and by the looks of these, I need to try some of these, especially that, like huge amount of, like, peanut butter with chocolate. I forget what it's called, but that one takes my fancy for sure. I love me some peanut butter and chocolate, man. See, I love Reese's Pieces, which is an American thing. I love Reese's Pieces. And just, yeah, anything chocolate, peanut butter together is a win-win for me. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. What state are you from? And if you don't agree with the dishes for your state that they sort of put, tell me what you do like enjoy from your state and like what is the typical dish you would find there. Because again, not everyone will agree with the foods that they gave for their state, but I guess it's just the general consensus, right? But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction, and until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.